This is a real pleasure to be able to celebrate today with Cindy Morrison. I've first encountered her in my administrative capacity, or her administrative capacity, back when I was the acting associate dean in what was the old library school, and have watched her ever since, and it's been a real honor. The words I'm saying today are on behalf as well of the other nominators, Carol Farber and Tom Carmichael, who is the Dean of FIMS. And it was an easy nomination to do because so many people were anxious to tell stories of how Cindy had made a difference. Staff members told us stories, students, former students, colleagues, faculty members, the stories came pouring forth. And in fact, many people said this nomination was overdue. But we thought it was the right year. This is the 25th year in which Cindy has been working in the Faculty of Information and Media Studies, or one of its previous iterations. And so this is the right year for Cindy, we felt. During that time, of course, she's held a number of titles, but whatever she's done, she's been there for students. The key in her work has been the graduate students and the graduate programs. And they're the ones that are often turning to her for help with the programs, the person that they go to for advice, for help, and for good-humored support. Now, before the merger that created our faculty, Cindy was responsible for about 250 library students, people in library and information science master's programs and PhD programs. And I think she thought she had her hands full. But then we added some stuff. So we ended up with 45 journalism students. Well, Cindy took that on. Then we had the MA and PhD programs in media studies. So Cindy moved into that. Then we did the joint program with music, the popular music and culture program. Well, Cindy was working with the Faculty of Music on that one. And most recently, she's been involved in the joint graduate program in health information science. Wendy Crouch, who is a former award recipient from FIMS and also a FIMS media specialist, puts it this way. She says, from initial inquiries to convocation, Cindy always thinks of the student experience first. I asked Jill Mitchell, who worked with Cindy for many years, to supply some comments, and she was delighted to do so. She said, Cindy Morrison is the secret weapon of the graduate programs, the human face of the bureaucracy. She said, I can't tell you how many times I heard from students that they had come to Western, having gone to our competitor down the road, came to Western because they said that the first contact they had with Cindy was so outstanding. She was so helpful, she was friendly, and the other universities were not. She rejoiced, said Jill Mitchell, at the students' successes, comforted them in their tragedies, even supported the 2 students who died when I worked with her, and offered comfort to their families afterwards. Cindy always stays even-tempered, cheerful, and positive. She's truly an invaluable employee, a gem. Tim Blackmore, who says that he's known her the whole time he's been here at Western, which is 14 years, calls her an incredible organizer and says, through all the work she's doing, which sometimes is time-sensitive and difficult and involves graduate students who are away from home and who carry inordinate stresses and can be angry and frightened, through all of this, Cindy remains calm and sunny, a shining beacon of care, support, and warmth. Cindy is the kind of person who makes people feel that they have arrived and that they are home. A third person, who is a graduate of our program and is now a faculty member at Charles Sturt University in Australia, says, some of my fondest memories of Western have Cindy there. Laughing in the hallway, putting the finishing touches on the reception table just to make sure everyone in the room feels special, demonstrating a deep level of care when a fellow student was in distress. She often came early or worked late, particularly if there was a problem with a student's file or someone needed a document with very little notice. Nothing fazed her. She's a very organized administrator and has implemented a number of processes designed to make everyone's life just a bit easier. And I haven't got time to talk about all of the ways in which she's done outreach. Her role in convocation. Recently, she was awarded the Canadian Labour Congress United Way Appreciation Award for her work with the United Way campaign. She got this FIMS Staff Award in 2003. So she's just been an outstanding person. Over and over again, from the people that sent in letters and comments, certain themes were repeated in connection with Cindy. Going above and beyond the call of duty, going the extra mile, unfailing good humor, heart and soul of the programs, a treasure, a gem, a shining star, a beacon, a thread through the administrative labyrinth. So, it's my very great pleasure to introduce the stealth weapon of FIMS's graduate programs, Cindy Morrison.
Wow. Thank you. Congratulations to all nominees, and congratulations to all the other recipients. I'm just completely awed and proud to share this honor with all of you. I think that all of you, in hearing what you're saying so far, all of you are feeling pretty much the same way that I am, where you're pretty humbled and overwhelmed by the whole experience. And it's very nice to be sharing this with all of you. Thanks to Kath Ross, Carol Farber, and Tom Carmichael for nominating me. And to the stealthy team of Joanna Sunchin, Wendy Crouch, and Ella Young, who worked very, very hard to put my nomination together. And I see many of you out there, all of you out there, actually. Thank you to the selection team as well, who had a huge task of reading over 50 nominations. And to the great people at Communications and HR who worked hard behind the scenes to make this day come together for all of us. I really, really appreciate that. And thank you to the staff at Michael's for the wonderful lunch. You always do such a bang-up job on this, and I know I work with you at Convocation a lot, and everything's always wonderful, so thank you. So my story with the win of this award is actually quite funny, because I was at home recuperating from the flu, and Kath and Carol called me at home. And they really wanted to let me know what happened, and that I won the award. And I remember Kath saying to me, "Cindy, you will just be gobsmacked, gobsmacked at reading the letters that were written on your behalf." And Kath, you couldn't have said it any better. I was weepy and very, very touched by the letters, and if that's what gobsmacked is, you hit it bang on. So thanks to all writers for your very warm, humorous, and kind words. It just means so much to people to read that about themselves, and you don't know how much, so it's very, very nice. And being on campus for 26 years, I've had the privilege of working with many amazing students, staff, and faculty. The friendships that come from these relationships are wonderful, and many of you are still my closest and dearest friends, and I will never, ever take that for granted. I've been fortunate enough to work with wonderful deans, associate deans, grad chairs, and managers who've given me their trust and full reign to allow me to evolve in my position. Well, as Kathy alluded to, all the changes in our faculty, SLIS, G-SLIS, Focal, and FIMS. There has never been and never will there ever be a dull moment. My life outside of Western is very special to me. I have wonderful supportive family and friends, and my partner, my life partner, Donnie. Thank you. You are all the best, and I love you very, very much. Thank you. And I am now the third staff member in our faculty to receive this award, and I think that that speaks volumes. In our faculty, rather. Dave Mills won, Wendy Crouch, and I'm the third, and I feel very proud to follow in your footsteps. I work with a great graduate student services team, and we have a wonderful manager. Thank you, Roseanne. I have amazing colleagues throughout the faculty who all work way too hard. We're all very dedicated to what we do, but we never forget to share laughs and good times. And we're always there to support each other in the not so good times. And thank you to all the staff here. I know that many of you are here today. This is truly an amazing event. Thank you so much to Western for doing this, and it helps to give us the best staff experience, and I think that's really, really important. And I hope that this event remains a very long-standing tradition. Thank you. Thank you very much.